All right, what's up guys? I don't really know where I was going with that intro. I just wanted to make something fun, you know? The topic of today's video is filming yourself. I'm gonna give 3 really solid tips, and the things I'm gonna mention took me a while to kind of figure out. Might be more than 3, but let's see how it goes. Tip number 1, lighting is key. I remember when I got really serious about filmmaking about 4 to 5 years ago, I bought a drone before I bought lighting. And then I remember I took a course or something. I heard it somewhere and somebody was like, buy lighting before you buy a drone. And at the time I didn't understand why. But now that I have these tools, I can't emphasize that enough. Invest in some tools. And that includes lighting. This first scene where I get up from the bed, I took a picture of the setup. You can see it right here. I have the light, the aperture 60x, it's bouncing off the ceiling. The Kelvin is set to the same temperature as the outside natural lighting. And it took me a second to figure out the lighting for that shot. What I like about that shot is the contrast between the light and the shadow. And we'll come back to that. Lighting is definitely key. And I can't emphasize enough to invest in some tools that will help bring out the best picture and the mood that you're going for. 2 is stable setup. I thought all tripods were the same. The tripod I had before, okay, so right now I have the Manfrotto. I'll put the picture up and the link in the description. This thing is stable. If it's outside, if it's windy, or no matter what condition, this thing is just, it's not shaky. It's there. It just sucks because I feel like people are desensitized to this point. So when I say lighting is key or get a good tripod, people are probably just gonna be like, yeah dude, whatever. But okay, so tip number 3, we're gonna go back to contrast. It took me a while to realize that shadows in the shot add depth to the picture. Going back to the first shot, it's so simple, but it gives me that movie feel because you can see the contrast here. You can see the shadow and then the white. Outside, I'm wearing a red coat and it's just white snow. That creates a contrast. I think no matter what camera you're working with, even if you're just working with an iPhone and you want to come up with clever shots, start creating depth in your shots. And you could use that by observing the contrast in your footage. I have so many more tips, but I'm gonna create maybe like a series talking about this. But before I let you guys go, I'm gonna give you guys some pros and cons, right, of filming yourself. 1, for me, it's way different than filming somebody. I help businesses and artists grow on social media through content, so I'm always filming somebody else. I guess the con is the camera's never moving. You have to figure out how to be clever with your shots. You're taking your audience on that journey. A pro to filming yourself is you have time. You have time to experiment. This scene of me brushing my teeth, I originally had it facing straight on. And for some reason, I couldn't figure out why I didn't like the shot, you know? I was brushing my teeth for an hour. I put the footage on the computer and I was like, why? It's like, I don't know what I'm doing. So I moved the camera behind me. I had this angle going, and I also made the color in the bathroom red, which adds a little bit of contrast like we talked about earlier. It's not the most natural looking, but the intro did have like a dreamy feeling to it. So I feel like it fit the vibe of the intro, which is why I went with that color. I think it's one of those things where it's gonna take time, it's gonna take practice, and you just have to keep doing it. I'm gonna keep posting on this channel, and I'm gonna try to get as creative as I can and share with you guys everything that I know. Let's do a quick recap. Invest in some lighting. This is key. Get a stable tripod. Makes a huge difference. Observe the shadows and the contrast in your shots. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Wait, one more rant. I've made so many mistakes as a filmmaker. I spent years trying to get better and trying to make money with my camera. One thing I really want to do is speak to people who are at the place that I was 3 to 4 years ago and share the things that worked for me. I've made and I'm working on a bunch of different guides that are completely free. I'm trying to do something different with Skool. Skool is a platform where I can help you guys get better at filmmaking and making money online faster. This will be a one-stop place where you can learn everything about content creation. The link is in the description. I would love to chill with you guys. See you there.